Hey, what's up, guys? This is Rick from The Digital Divide, and today I want to talk about the PlayStation. Specifically, I want to talk about some amazing franchises that Sony still owns the rights to, that they just haven't released a new entry for in a long time for some reason. These are franchises, in my opinion, that Sony desperately needs to bring back. We're going to start with number one, which is Resistance. This is an incredible franchise that came out and was introduced on the PlayStation 3. There were 3 games released in total on the PlayStation 3. All of them, in my opinion, were incredibly good. All of them. Now, there were also some spin-offs in the form of Resistance Retribution for the PlayStation Portable, as well as Resistance Burning Skies for the PlayStation Vita. Both of those were okay, but they don't hold a candle to the original 3. This franchise was created by Insomniac Games, and if you have a PlayStation 5, I'm sure you're familiar with them, because these guys make all of the Spider-Man games for the PlayStation 5, as well as the first one that came out on PlayStation 4. They are a very, very talented developer, and they created this franchise. Now, sadly, Resistance 3 was the last numbered entry that we got in the series, and that came out all the way back in 2011. Here's a bit of that.
Did what we could to remind ourselves we were human.
The Chimera are perfect killing machines. We must use their power against them. We must travel to New York City. We must shut down the tower.
We fight, or we die. I'm guessing by virtue of the fact that you're still breathing, you were one of the fighting type. Like us.
I'm the only man alive who knows how to shut down that tower. I need you to protect me on the way to New York. My God. Get down!
We fight or we die. Isn't that right?
The next franchise I want to talk about here is Sly Cooper. This is a very fun 3D platform adventure game with some stealth thrown in. This franchise was developed by Sucker Punch, which is one of Sony's best studios in my opinion. Their most recent franchise is Ghost of Tsushima, which is incredible. Now, there were a total of 3 games released on the PlayStation 2, Sly 1, 2, and 3, and then Sly Cooper Thieves in Time was a title released for the PlayStation 3, which was equally exceptional. Sadly, we haven't seen a new entry in this franchise since the PlayStation 3 version, although there was an HD collection that included the original 3, so here's a look at that.
I was born into a family of master thieves that went back for generations.
I've caught you red-handed.
That bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes.
Now, join Sly and his gang of master thieves and revisit all 3 exciting games.
I think it's time for some Cooper thieving and sabotage.
Let's get to it. I'm gonna steal my family's book back.
Wow, that's one tough owl.
I will finish you like I finished your father.
Dish it out. I'm ready.
Way to go, Sly.
You and the rest of the Claw gang have to be stopped.
My suit is greasy sweet.
The Clockwork part should be here.
Someone already stole the parts?
Show your bling and let me shine you.
I have no idea what you're saying. And your suit sucks.
There's no escape, Cooper.
The gang's assembled and are in position.
This vault belongs to the Cooper family.
The next franchise I want to talk about is Infamous. Now, this was a series that got its start on the PlayStation 2. It was kind of a superhero open world game. Infamous 1 and 2 released on the PlayStation 3, although there were some spin-offs. I remember one involving vampires that was really cool for Infamous 2. It was like DLC. And then on the PlayStation 3, we got Infamous Second Son and Infamous First Light, which was a spin-off to Second Son. So that means that the last proper entry we got in the series was Infamous Second Son for the PlayStation 4 all the way back on March 21st of 2014. Here's a little bit of that.
Hey! Hey! You guys need any help? It's one of those freaks! Whoa! No!
Oh, this fast healing stuff is gonna come in real handy. I did this. And I gotta fix it.
I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Forever tied to your price to survive. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint.
So the next franchise I want to talk about is Warhawk. Now this has been a long dormant franchise for the PlayStation. We haven't seen a new title in this franchise in a very long time. Some of you may not even know what it is, but it spans all the way back to the original PlayStation. I remember having this on the original PlayStation, and at the time it was one of the first like combat-based flight simulator type video games that I had ever played, especially in 3 dimensions. Now, they tried to kind of reboot this franchise for the PlayStation 3. It was just titled Warhawk, the same as the first game. This was a multiplayer-only game, however, so it was different from the original, and this is not the kind of game that I usually enjoy or pick up. I like a single-player story, but this one was so much fun, and I put so many hours into it. Now, the last game that we got in this franchise was Starhawk, and that came out all the way back in May 8th of 2012. Here's a bit of that.
It doesn't run through just one of us. It connects us all.
Damn it! We just got a distress call.
Did you hear that, Cutter? That's the sound of the outer spur. It's been a long time. All right, I'm in. Any outcast? I'm ready to tango.
We need a bunker!
The next franchise I want to talk about is Twisted Metal. This is a franchise that everyone knows and a lot of people have a lot of fondness for. It's been around for a very long time and had multiple entries on the PlayStation 1. I think it had a total of 4 games released on the PlayStation 1, followed by Twisted Metal Black on the PlayStation 2, which was excellent. But the last real entry we got was Twisted Metal, which was a reboot of sorts. This came out all the way back in 2012 for the original PlayStation 3, and it was a lot of fun, but it was kind of limited in content, so I don't know how well it performed, but it was a pretty cool game. This entry was pretty impressive because it was a huge visual leap from anything that we had seen in this franchise before. This game came out well into the PlayStation 3's life cycle, so it was mature at that point, and Sony really had a grasp on the hardware. I think we will see another entry in this franchise soon because they released a TV show not too long ago based on this franchise, and Sony would not have done that unless they have big plans for it going forward. Now, the next game I want to talk about is Siphon Filter. This is a really cool spy espionage kind of game. It came out all the way back on the PlayStation 1, which is the footage you're seeing here. It looks really, really rough today, but when this originally came out, it was a whole lot of fun. The animations for running a little bit awkward, but the game itself, and especially the second and third entry in the franchise, were exceptional in my opinion. There were a total of 4 games released for this franchise on the PlayStation 1, and then we had Dark Mirror. I believe that came out on the PSP. The last game that we got in the franchise was Logan Shadow, which released all the way back in 2007. That's the footage you're seeing here. And that's the last time we've seen this franchise, so it's long overdue for a new entry in the series, and I feel like with Xbox buying Call of Duty, this would be a really great one to throw in. Maybe that could change the perspective. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you think I missed that you think should be brought back to life. As always, thank you for watching.